USPAP Page 116. Advisory Opinion 20-1. The information set forth in Standards Rules 4-2, A, J, and SNIFE 2.4 the reviewer's certification in accordance with Standards Rule 4-3. The appraisal-related content of the appraisal review report, in combination with the content of the original work under review that the reviewer concludes is in compliance with the standards applicable to that work, must at least match the report content required for an appraisal report. The reviewer is not required to replicate or duplicate in the appraisal review report the material in the work under review that the reviewer concludes is in compliance with the standards applicable to that work. The reviewer can incorporate by reference those portions of the work under review that he or she concludes are in compliance with the applicable standards by use of an extraordinary assumption. Illustrations of the language in an appraisal review report with an opinion of value. The following are examples of language that signify a value opinion, i.e., either by concurrence or by indication of a numeric point, a range, or a relationship to a numeric benchmark. These examples do constitute evidence of a value opinion, i.e., appraisal, by the reviewer, thereby making the appraisal review one that includes an appraisal. 0. I concur, or do not concur, with the value. I agree, or disagree, with the value. In my opinion, the value is the same. In my opinion, the value is incorrect and should be $XXX. In my opinion, the value is too high or too low. Such language, or language that conveys similar meanings to the intended users of the report, represents that the reviewer has completed the steps required to develop his or her own value opinion. Such language indicates the reviewer has either concurred with the appraiser's value opinion in the underlying work, and thus has adopted that value opinion as his or her own, or has developed a different opinion of value. It is important that this language be consistent with the scope of work described in the appraisal review report. Note that if a reviewer rejects the value, he or she should use care in how that result is stated. If the language of such rejection is based on errors or inconsistencies in the original work and does not include any qualifiers that would relate to a direction in value, it does not imply an appraisal by the reviewer. However, if such rejection is stated in relation to a value or value range, such as indicating a direction in value, i.e., more than, less than, or to an established benchmark, that language indicates the appraisal review has taken on the opinion of value, characteristic of an appraisal. This is an important distinction that must be kept in mind by the reviewer when composing any language regarding the original appraiser's opinions or conclusions. In addition, whichever category such language may fall under, it must also be consistent with the purpose, scope of work, and intended use of the appraisal review assignment results. The following list summarizes the requirements in a real property appraisal review assignment with the reviewer's opinion of value. The sequence of steps completed in this type of assignment is presented in order. 1. The reviewer develops opinions and conclusions about the quality of the work under review. 2. The reviewer develops an opinion of value for the subject property of the work under review. 3. The reviewer then communicates the opinions and conclusions developed in the first two steps in the report.